take time out to focus on you. Don't take on any tasks that don't belong to you. It's a perfect day to make a change. Gotta put the brakes on anything that get in your way. No time to second guess. You gotta put your trust in God and walk by faith. It's time to change your life. Know what you want and apply. Go far beyond than just try. Goodbye to yesterday. Today is the day to claim your destiny. Just clap your hands if you understand. Just clap your hands if you understand.
Hi guys. My name is Allison. This is my cousin named Jean Bella Benson. Oh, it's the wire. Go in the wire.
Listen, let her introduce herself the way she want to introduce herself. Go ahead, talk.
My name is Grady Bella Benson.
Bella. That is not how you pronounce your middle name. Bella.
Well, anyway, that's what she said. So why are y'all here, ladies?
But how are we going to try the peanut butter bar?
Okay, it is called 1044 Pro. Yes, I am. I know. Okay, and so everybody watching this is a little nervous for me because this is live. These are 5-year-olds, and I don't know what they're gonna say, but this could go either way. But I'm willing to risk it. So first, y'all do me a favor and pick up y'all bar and smell it. Don't drop it. Smell it. Addie, tell me how it smells.
It smells good.
Okay. Zig, tell me how it smells.
It smells like peanut butter chocolate.
Smell like peanut butter chocolate. Yay! That's what it is. This is the 1044 Pro. Life like a pro. See, I told you don't drop your bar. Okay, so girls, take a bite. Pull out your bar and show everybody how big your bar is.
Whoa. It's this big.
Whoa.
This big.
Whoa. So do a bar kiss. Kiss your bars and take a bite. Addie, why you bite so much? Because her name is Addison. Okay. Addison said it's great. What Ella Bella say?
It's yummy.
It's yummy. All right, we got a great and a yummy. So, 1044 Pro strikes again, wins again.
I Am Enough Talk Show. What can I say? The title says it all. When you step into Wanda D's zone, you are getting fed with food, fellowship, fun, and this beautiful song from Songbirds. I am
You gotta
enough.
put your trust in God and walk by faith. It's time to change your life. Know what you want and apply. Go far beyond than just try. Goodbye to yesterday. Today is the day to claim your destiny.
So my recommendation, ladies and gentlemen, is that you join the I Am Enough Talk Show every first and third Sunday. Don't miss out on this food, fun fellowship. You never know who's coming to dinner. I'm an exclusive member. I suggest you get in too. And that, my friends, is how it goes down on the I Am Enough Talk Show with Wanda D, the motivational queen, and Chef Antonio L. Smith, right at the chef spot. Get your tickets. I got mine.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Wanda D, the motivational queen, your accountability coach, helping you get it done. What is it that you need to get done today? I hope that you are just excited because today is Monday and this is the Wanda D Hollis show on DJ Grady Baby Radio, where you can catch us every Monday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you join us. Now, if you're watching from Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, please invite, like, and share. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. So when we go live, you can make sure that you are tuned in. Tonight, the family, I'm waiting on the family to get in, but I have a very special guest that's going to be joining me tonight as well. So I need you to do me a favor. If you're on Facebook, why don't you share this out to maybe your page or other pages so we can just let people know that we're on and we're ready to roll. And also, if you have any questions during our conversation and you want you have a question for anyone, myself or anyone that comes in, any of the family members that come in tonight, you can call us at 404-721-1724. That's 404-721-1724. And I guess I should do a scroll of the phone number. So here on our show, we just chop it up. We talk about different things, mostly social issues, what our take is on certain things that's happening with these hot topics, what's going on. And today we're going to be talking about holistic health and side hustles. We truly believe that you should have multiple streams of income and that your health is your wealth. So we want to give you some tips, advice on how to increase your immune system, build up your overall health so you can, flow in optimum health, and also how you can get them coins up, So I'm gonna have some real money makers on the line, and they're gonna share with you maybe some of their tips if y'all ask real nicely. But I'm a prize, so I hope that I get the information out. So I just need you to come on in, tell me where you're tuning in from, and also what part of the world you're in. And let me see if Mr. Jordan is ready. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. What's going on, Jordan Hall? Introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jordan. I've just started a CMOS business, and I've been in the holistic health business for quite a while, about 5 years now. But I've taken an interest in committing more of my time and energy and resources into promoting not only health for myself, but health for my community. And simultaneously, as I do that, I also kind of figured out or stumbled upon an opportunity to create a business opportunity as well for those who are interested.
Okay. Awesome. So before we get into that, because you just went straight into it. You just went
I'm
straight there.
sorry.
Jordan, where you from?
I'm from Florida, actually. I'm originally
You from Florida?
Yeah,
What
and I've been
part?
in Atlanta, Jacksonville originally. I was born
Okay.
in Jacksonville. So
That's
moved
what's
here
up.
in Atlanta in 91, I think. 91 or
Okay.
93. And this is kind of where I settled. So I'm considering myself Atlantean now. Or,
Atlantean.
yeah, I guess
Men
I'm from
don't call
Atlanta now.
themselves a peach, do they?
Oh, no, I wasn't going to say that. I paused. I was thinking about something to say. I was thinking of
I
something
know
else.
you weren't gonna say that. I know. I just
I
had to
didn't want to
remember.
say Grady baby.
Yeah, because you're not a Grady baby either. So no, we can't.
Not
You can't
Grady
use
baby.
none of those terms. You can't use any of those terms. And what landed you here in Atlanta? What
I'm
brought you
married.
this way?
Married.
Marriage. Okay.
My
Okay.
ex-wife is from Atlanta.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So then
so
you
we
had
met
to,
in Florida and then came here. She got stuck.
and
I
then
fell in
came
love with the
here.
city.
Aw, my brother used to live in Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay.
He was in the Marines.
Right.
So we went there. He had graduated. He became an officer in Jacksonville, Florida. I guess that was Florida
Mayport,
University.
University of Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
Jacksonville,
think that's
JU or University of Florida. No, JU,
yeah.
Jacksonville
J-
University.
Yeah.
University of
Yeah.
Florida in Gainesville.
Okay, no. Jacksonville.
Yeah, JU
I guess I
Dawkins.
don't know how fast because I no they lived in Jacksonville. I know he was in school there too. He was in the Marines. So is it, and it's kind of like the climate is a little similar but not the same.
It's hotter. It's a different type of.
A
It's
different
different.
type
It's
of
hot.
hot?
Yes, yes. This kind of like here. It's very humid. It's hot.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
Florida, it's breezy. It's a breezy hot. So it's a different climate
yeah.
altogether. I've been there in what 13 years now. So
Really? So you
I'm
just say
kind of like
forget
I'm
it.
about the fourth season. Yeah, I rarely go back. Maybe once a year
Okay.
on a wedding.
Do you have family here? Like sisters, brothers,
Yeah.
siblings?
Once I moved up here because of my uncles. In Jacksonville, even though it's considered the bold city of the South, for
Mm-hmm.
the Black and ethnic communities in Jacksonville specifically, there's not a lot of business opportunities. They're not very progressive. It's kind of a it's on the Bible Belt. It's like those cities where Black people kind of become complacent. They're not entrepreneurial. They're not business oriented to the degree that people from Atlanta or bigger cities would be. And
Would
my
be.
uncle came here and started. Uncle Ed's Cookies. He was in the airport for years. He's famous for selling cookies, and he
Okay.
came from Jacksonville with the cookie business and made a successful international cookie business. So I thought that was I was in 10th
Wow.
grade. I thought that was very interesting. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna be like Uncle Ed. So
Yeah.
I came here with all these ideas of how to start a clothing line and how to do this and how to sell jewelry and kind of
And
bounced
you're in
around.
another business as well too, right? You're in the hair business?
Yeah, I do. I dibble and dabble in everything. If I have to
Okay.
tell everybody
We
everything
gon'
I do.
we gonna talk about all of that too because sometimes I find that sometimes you have to have those like little pieces where it may not be a lot, it may not be what you do like all the time or
Mhm,
main thing, but you
mhm.
still have access and you
Yeah,
still have that
I like
knowledge.
I like the idea of starting a business. It doesn't matter
Okay.
what. I'll sell ice water. I don't care. It just doesn't
Okay.
matter to me. But I just like the novelty of starting a business from scratch or getting an idea and putting it together to make it happen, make it come, to fruition.
Then
That's
what do
what
you do with it after that? Do you sell
I'll
it
pass it
or do
on.
you
Yeah, I'll
you
pass it
you
on to whoever wants to. I'm not the kind of person that will hold the ideas. If I can make it work, I was like, okay, I'll get through it, and I'm hoping to find someone that can kind of take it to another level. I can get it
mhm
off the ground, and that's kind
mhm
of what I do. And once I get off the ground, I get bored with it, or the novelty wears off. So I try and find somebody who can take on that particular idea or concept and take it somewhere that farther than I could take it. I'm the
okay
launcher.
okay you're the
So
launcher.
I'm the
Okay,
launcher.
launcher. I'm gonna have to give you a little nickname then. Jordan the launcher.
Yeah, that's kind of
Launchpad Jordan.
That's where I
Okay,
get Mr.
okay.
Vendor from. That's where I get Mr. Vendor from. I just kind of like want to set up a business, and this business that we're going to talk about is a great opportunity for anyone to
Mm-hmm.
start their own business.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I misspell hustle. I just looked at that. I
that's
just
okay.
looked at my banner. I said, okay, y'all. I'm not I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna change that. But it's interesting because I think too, being an entrepreneur, sometimes you just have a passion for business, like period. Like if it sounds good, if it makes sense, if it's intriguing, then you're like, oh, because people will present things to me and I'm like, I'll listen, I'll feel it, and if I don't feel it I'm like nah, but if I do, then then it's like I'm excited about it. I'll get to thinking because it just puts you in a space of creativity, when you operating in that. When did you start your first business? How old were
Oh
you?
God, I think I started a car wash at the back of my uncle's barbershop. I think I was in 11th grade.
Okay.
So I was kind of
Okay.
wash cars, got kind of good at it, at detailing cars. It turned from like a summer job to a real business. Where
Okay.
and I had I don't know if you guys remember uh, the butterfly that's old the Tootsie Roll D. I had
Uh-huh.
all those guys from Jacksonville. I had all of their cars. They would only bring their cars to me in the back of my brother's barbershop. So that's kind of how I kind of got excited about business.
Okay. So you were an entrepreneur at in the 11th grade or 12th grade? You say 11th?
Probably it was 11th grade, a year before I graduated, so it would be 11th
Okay.
grade. But I grew up in a very, very poor community, where
Okay.
we didn't have much. So
Okay.
I kind of didn't like the idea of welfare or government help. And that's a lifestyle that my mother, that's what we were raised,
Mm-hmm.
part of those type programs. So I kind of made a commitment early on, or I had a dream. I wouldn't say I made a commitment, but I had a dream. Like, if there's a way to get money, I'm going to figure it out. I didn't do
Mm-hmm.
crime, because that's what everybody went to. When they can't find a way, or when they're struggling, they kind of revert to crime. But my
Right.
dad was really, really hard on me. He was like, "You're not going to go to jail, or if you go to jail, you got to fight me," or stuff like that. So I was discouraged, So I said,
He wasn't
"You know,
playing.
no, he wasn't playing." So I went and cut grass and did all the things that we did, delivered newspapers and stuff like that. But my first
Yeah.
business was the car wash. I was determined not to, settle for a job or working for someone or something like that. I just had to figure out how to get it, like,
Had to figure it out. Well, guess
yeah.
what? We got family in the house. Come on in the room, family.
How you doing? How you
What's up,
doing?
King?
Hey,
All right, all
hey,
right. How's everybody
knowledge.
doing?
I am doing wonderfully blessed, and I'm
That's what's
excited.
up.
I got some great news. Knowledge,
Yes,
darling.
yes.
Introduce yourself to the people that don't know who you are.
How everybody doing out there in radio land? My name is Knowledge Born 7. I am 360 degrees of the cipher. Cipher is a circle. That's dealing with esoteric science, esoteric knowledge. I am 360 degrees of the cipher, 120 degrees of wisdom, 120 degrees of knowledge, 120 degrees of overstanding. I say overstand because understand is a law word. It means to stand under someone else's law. Six protons, six neutrons, six electrons. That's the melanin in your body. So when you stand out there in the sun, that's what the sun attracts to. I am the original dark matter magic. How y'all doing out there?
Dark magic. You need a song for you. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to sing you a song. I'm gonna have to sing you a song. That's it. I've decided. You getting the song next week.
I'm in the sun.
You
Okay.
getting the song next week. Dark I'm writing this down. Dark magic. I
Dark
got it.
matter magic.
Dark matter magic.
Right, right.
I got it. I got it. I might just say it all, but I got it. So, brother, what's going on today?
A lot going on. I had a lot of meetings today. I'm trying to decide, on two things that I'm trying to do as far as business and entrepreneurship. So I had a few meetings, and I met a lady who works with a lot of people in Haiti, who deals with apparel, and they, of course, Haiti is poor, so a lot of stuff they recycle. So I would, been speaking with her about that. So it's just a lot of meetings today. That's pretty much what I did all the day was Zoom and what's this other? I had to download this app, Zoom and Zoom and Google something.
Hmm.
I can't
Google
say
Hangouts.
Google Duo,
Google
Duo,
Hangouts.
Duo, Google Duo. Yeah, Google did. What's one you said, sir? What's one you
Google
said?
Hangouts. Hangouts.
Hey,
Yeah. I could. I'm not a part of Hangouts. I couldn't get in there. But we did the Duo,
duo.
the video. Yeah, Duo. So
What's
just talking about the transition. A lot going on in Haiti. A lot of gangs are taking over right now in Haiti,
mm,
so a lot of people are scared. But they've been dealing with I think Haiti and Dominican is just a thin line that separate them, and they even got their own brothers, coming against them. So they trying to make some moves to a nice area. I can't really say on the air where they trying to go, but to a decent area where they can kind of be incognito and do business from there.
mm. Wow, that's a lot.
It is a lot.
That's a lot. It's a
It's a
lot.
lot.
So, hey Nana, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Got G Clark in the house in the building. Hey G
Hey, G
Clark,
Clark.
what's
G
going
Clark.
on, family?
Where G
So,
Clark at?
I have no idea. You know
Okay.
they've abandoned me. They treat
Yeah.
me like a stepchild now. I don't know why I get the stepchild treatment, but I'm used to it. So we're talking about holistic health and side hustles today, and kind of like
Okay.
picking up where we left off at last week. We were, we always basically, I guess this just seems to be our lane because we're fighting really hard against raising awareness and just giving some people some hope for some alternatives. So
Mm-hmm.
Jordan has joined us today because Jordan is deep in the CMOS business.
Okay.
He's
That's
a
what's up.
wholesaler. So
Okay.
he's really coming in here to educate us and give us, and it kind of like goes together, like the side hustle could be, a CMOS business or,
You got
whatever.
that red moss? Oh man, can I get a pound of that thing?
Yes. All
Yeah.
transactions.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, I'm sorry, but man, I've been trying to get up with you forever, man. It's an honor, man. It's nice to meet you finally.
Thank you, man.
I've been
It's an
keeping up
honor to
with
be
you.
on the show.
Okay, I've been watching you in the comments, always trying to shoot you some shine or whatever the case may be.
I greatly appreciate it. Greatly. I greatly appreciate it.
Shoot
I
him
take
some
nothing.
shine.
Yeah,
That's right. We gotta
I was
hold up.
trying to acknowledge him.
You do. We gotta hold up one another. So
We
yeah,
do.
so that's what we talking about. And I know you a good user of CMOS and all these other
Yes, every day in
things.
my
Yeah,
smoothie, I do it
yeah,
every day.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to just start off the conversation with I should say we've started the conversation, but to just go more into depth or detail, Jordan, with how did you become a wholesaler? How did you even get into that business?
Well, it was a necessity problem. And what most people don't know, or as I shared with you earlier, about what as of today, it's 2 months ago, I had a stroke. I had a severe stroke,
Wow.
meaning I woke up one morning, everything's fine, no warning signs, nothing. I think everything's perfect. I'm going to work. And from my bed to the bathroom, I guess in the hallway, I lost control of everything on the left side of my body.
Mm.
Like I fell on the floor. I tried to move forward with my left leg, and my left leg wouldn't respond. So
Wow.
I hit the floor. I reached my left arm out to kind of brace or stop my fall, and my arm didn't work.
Mm.
So I hit the floor with my face. So I didn't know what was going on. It was totally, I didn't know what the symptoms were. I didn't know what the signs were. I didn't know what to look for. There was no pain. I just couldn't control anything on the left side of my body. So somehow I crawled back because I got to call 911 because I don't know what's going on. I crawled back to my cell phone and I can't reach for the cell phone because I have no feeling in my hands. So it took me 17 tries to dial 911.
Wow.
That's how
Wow.
hard it was.
You
You
hear
can't
that?
concentrate. You can't think. Nothing's working. I had, after about, I guess about what I would thought was 17, 15 tries, I dialed 911, 913, 211. Finally, somehow I dialed 911
Wow.
and I was able to get emergency, the ambulance, the fire department, and the police here. Um, and I didn't realize my house was locked. I have a security system, like it's impossible to, you would have to break the windows to get in my house. So now
Mm.
I have to get to the door somehow. So as they're banging on the door, they're gonna break it in. I'm really trying to tell them to break it in, like kick the door down. Like I don't care. I want to go to the hospital. So I crawl on the floor, which is quite about 100 yards front door, and I kind of
Mm.
struggled. Anyway, I opened the door. They rushed me, and they was gonna take me to Halifax. And some guy said, no, we're going to take him to Emory. They rushed me to Emory, and my blood pressure when I arrived at Emory was 224 over 124,
Mm.
which is anybody know anything about high blood pressure? You're
That's
in
real high.
high, it's super high.
Yeah.
So they went into a cold, whatever. A lot of people, everything's going on. It's like everything is kind of going crazy at this point. But I don't realize, I don't have pain. I'm not like, hey, what is the big panic? Just make this left side of my body work. And anyway, as I go through this ordeal, um, the doctor come in and I'm like, how bad is it, doc? Because everybody's panicking. I'm the only one not panicking because I don't realize the damage. And
Mm.
she was like, you have brain damage. I'm like, what do you mean brain damage? She was like, you've killed muscle tissue in your brain. And, they told me how much was dead, whatever the case may be. Will I recover? She was like, well, you can't walk because I couldn't control. I still can't control anything on my left side. So I'm kind of depressed and nervous. I don't know what to think. Um, they told me I would only cover about 65% of anything on my left side of my body. So being the
Wow.
person that I am, I'm an ex-athlete, kind of stubborn, strong-willed. I refuse to accept that.
Right.
So immediately after they kind of got my blood pressure controlled and I did all the tests, I stopped walking. I refused. They had me on fall risk. I refused to like get in that bed and stay in the bed. I was determined to walk. So after about 10 falls and a couple of lumps and bruises, they tied me to the bed. They
Wow.
restrained me because I kept trying to walk.
Mm.
Um, Nevertheless, Grady, I don't know, should we bring this up? But Grady and Clark was there with me. They were, when I got out of the hospital, they were two of the first faces I saw. So I kind of want to thank them for being there for me during that ordeal because they helped me get home, get in the house, and we did things. I wanted to go right back to work. I didn't want this ordeal to kind of interfere with my businesses, my lifestyle. So I pretended to be as normal as possible. Um, I guess a week after the hospital, a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, came to me. He's like, "Hey man, we need to try the sea moss." I was like, "Sea moss? Stuff Dr. Sabi's talking about." I'm like, what are you talking about? He was like, "Does this?" And I kind of trust him. If he wouldn't bring an idea to me unless he's really researched it and or tried the product himself and knows what he's talking about. And he's like, "Man, I can get this sea moss and just however he got it." I was like, "Great." So I just took stuff every day. If he said it worked, I'm gonna take his word for it. So it was like this gel. It was this gel. I was consuming one of these in 3 days. That's a 16-ounce jar. I just ate it just out the jar. It didn't taste good. Didn't know what it was doing. I think on the third day home, I was able to walk to the mailbox.
Wow.
I was like,
That's
okay,
what's
this
up.
Wow.
stuff is working. This stuff is working. And
Wow.
it motivated me to kind of do more, take more. I was like, can you
Hmm.
OD on this stuff? Can you take too much? You know, because I put it in
Right.
everything. I put it in smoothies, oatmeal. I put it in yogurt, spaghetti, everything I cooked. I found a way to incorporate sea moss into the food. In
Mm.
various forms. I experiment. If you guys understand how much I bought, I can go get it and show you how much sea moss I got. But
Hmm.
I bought the gold version, which is this, and then you got
Yeah.
you know, and the purple version, which I kind of thought was a little bit better. And we have different. I experimented with different packaging and different the green mixtures. Um, I just after that, I just started experimenting with the cooking and pairing it and making smoothies and making the gel to getting getting more information about what it do and how it was affecting my body. And as you guys
Hmm.
can see, I could do none of this. Like I had no
Wow.
control of my left side of my body.
You wouldn't even
Walking,
tell. You
stand.
couldn't even really tell you had a stroke from the looks of you.
Yeah, that's
No, I
Um.
true.
mean
How what did the doctor say when you went back for your checkup? Were they like
they
just
were speak. They
mesmerized?
I told you about my doctor's visit today, but this is a conversation I had with my doctor as well. Now, the, in the medical field, they're kind of adverse to anything natural.
Mm-hmm.
For me to say that I was cured or CMOS had this benefit, they were like, yeah, it could have been placebo or it could have been in your head or and things like of that nature.
Hmm.
I'm not big with blood pressure medication and whatever the issues going on with you. So this was my alternative. I was like, okay, I do take the medication, but I asked them for the minimum amount. Like, give me the least amount of blood pressure medication that's going to prevent a stroke.
Yeah.
Because I've heard people on 6 blood pressure, 3, 4, 5 blood pressure medications. For me, that was unthinkable. Give me three
Right.
milligrams, the smallest dose of whatever's effective enough to control my blood pressure, and I'll do the rest. And they didn't, they didn't believe it. They didn't think it was as effective as their remedies, as medication.
Yep.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
So
it was.
So is that what like drove you to start the business of CMOS distributing?
Well, two things that drove me to it. Being in the hospital, I was in neurology, and everybody on my floor couldn't walk. It was horrible. I
Mm,
consider myself fortunate and blessed because there were people who had strokes the same day or who were brought in the same day, and
mm-hmm.
they gave up. I saw it. They were just, it was like they weren't even trying. And some were so twisted, their bodies were so deformed or affected by the stroke that I was like, oh my God, you know. And I realized at that moment I was blessed. Like I was
Mm-hmm.
incredibly fortunate. You know, there's no oxygen going to your brain. And anybody who
Right.
knows about the George Floyd situation and the
Correct.
medical uh, people who are on the stand, if you listen to that weak testimony where the medical experts testify as to how the lungs, the heart, the respiratory system, and the brain works. Oh my God, it's exactly how it works. They
Mm-hmm.
could a better class in respiratory cardiology and brain function. And that kind of motivated me. I was like, I got to get this out there somehow. And I started selling on the street. I thought back to Master P in the days, taped on the street. I was like, whatever it takes. I didn't want to invest the
Mm-hmm.
money because I didn't know if people were going to think it was just a scam or whatever the case may be. But I went to a block that I thought was high traffic and I set up a tent. I parked my truck there, opened the trunk, and went old school on everybody. My first day, I sold $1,000 worth of CMOS. And I was like,
Wow.
whoa, everybody wants this stuff. I didn't
Yeah.
know. I had no clue. But the thing I kind
Wow.
of I found amazing is that no one knew what it does. The first question was not how much it costs or whatever. It's like, tell me what the CMOS is about.
Right, right, right. So it's a lot of education that has to come along with that. What's up, Nurse V?
Hey, fam. How
How
y'all
are
doing?
you?
I'm
We're
doing
doing
good.
absolutely amazing. Good to
Good.
see you.
I know, right? It's been a minute.
Mm-hmm. It,
Hey, knowledge.
it
What's up,
certainly
Nurse
has.
V?
We got let me introduce you to Jordan. I don't know if you know Jordan.
I
Jordan
do.
Hall.
We haven't
Jordan
officially met,
Hall.
but I'm aware of who she is. We haven't officially met. Nice to meet you, Miss Vicky,
Okay.
Nurse Vicky.
That's
All right. How are
nurse
you?
nurse
I'm doing great. How are
V.
you?
Good.
So, switching gears for a quick second. So, Jordan was sharing with us his story of how he is a miracle. Let me just say that because a lot of times, like you hear people that have strokes all the time, and they never have that kind of. I don't know
Bounce.
anybody that's had that kind of outcome after a stroke. Have you
Yeah,
all?
it's rare.
It's rare, right? And because first of all, medications don't heal us, and most of the
No.
time it's just that pain management that goes along after that, or that numbing sensation that just never comes back. But you did a complete recovery, and something else happened to you too. So you want to share? Because see, this is my selling point right here. Come on, bring it on home, Jordan. Bring it on home.
What's that? The money? What
Huh?
is it? The money? The money?
No, not the money. Another thing that a lot of men face with that
Oh my God, you're gonna
that
embarrass me.
no,
Okay,
I'm not.
prior to the reason I stopped taking my blood pressure medication initially, prior to the stroke, was
Mm.
because I had male issues.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It
Which,
does
And I was
that.
like, the
yeah.
third, I tried first when the first one caused my feet to swell. The second one, I was urinating too much, far too often. I couldn't empty my bladder. So I was like, Doc, something else. And the third one he gave me, it was like, I couldn't get it up. And I was like, oh no,
Mm.
we're not doing this. So I was willing to die. It was like, I went cold turkey. I stopped taking the blood pressure medication altogether, which was
And a
a
lot of people do.
fatal mistake. It's horrible. So, and the
Mm.
doctors tell me that's what triggered the stroke because I stopped taking the blood pressure suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that, that's kind of how it started. Um,
But
Yeah.
since
Now, since the benefits, want to skip to the benefits of CMOS? Oh, I'm good. I'm good to go now in so many ways. My blood sugar levels, my oxygen levels, um, sex is like I've gained 20 years in that capacity. You know, for someone my age, I feel like I'm 20 years younger as a result of the sea moss and some other things that I've been doing to improve my health and my lifestyle, my quality of life, I would say.
I love it. So, so I guess it's just a no-brainer that the sea moss does, work, being that it's a natural mineral
Yeah,
harvest from, from the sea.
let's see.
And
Yes.
there are a lot of things in the sea that are good, like blue algae. There's just a lot of minerals. What is it, like 100 and something, or
Yeah,
90?
yeah,
102.
yeah. Of the 102, this sea moss contains this brand, this gold sea moss, which is natural
Mm-hmm.
sea moss. It
92.
contains 92 of the 102 minerals
Two.
that
Right.
your body needs in order to survive or function or live.
How
So
many how many minerals do the purple contain?
the purple has more um, iron in it. It's not
Mm-hmm.
more minerals. It just has more
More
higher
iron.
concentration, and it has a lot of iron in it. It
Gotcha.
has a added amount concentration of iron and zinc.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit better, not in that regard. And they have
Okay.
screen and other algae. They have all kinds of sea algae. These are just the most popular right now, or as I
Right.
guess as of since COVID, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Since COVID,
But
and
but
knowledge.
to get, I mean to cut you off, Wanda, but to get the 102, I think you mix it with bladder racks.
Yeah, bladder. Yeah, I have the bladder rack, or I mix it with burdock root and
Yeah,
elderberry.
burdock
So I have
is
three
yeah.
different combinations I use.
Mm-hmm.
It's the gold, the elderberry. This is elderberry. This is ackee, elderberry, and purple sea moss together. Those three in this
Mhm.
particular jar,
Oh, wow.
and this is my favorite.
Wow. Last week, knowledge, you were sharing with us about the CMOS industry, and me and Jordan was talking about it a little bit before we got started, with how they're really trying to interfere with the market.
Yeah, they finna stop it.
Are they?
So yeah, probably about another year or two, they're gonna stop it. It's gonna be in Kroger's.
Yeah.
Regular people ain't gonna have it.
Hmm.
We
I
Wow.
can,
see
we,
it.
we might still have it, but they're gonna put their hands on it. You have to
Hmm.
Yeah.
understand, like the wealth of Mansa Musa, it came from resource. He controlled all his resources. That's how he was able to make so much money, billions of dollars. And then he had no poor people with him. No poor people was with him. Whatever the people need, he gave it to them because of the resources that they had in Africa. That is a resource. You know what I'm saying? We don't control that resource. That's why I was telling you last week, we need something that we can control on an international level that will actually definitely put us back on the International Commerce Board dealing with real law, because law of the land is not real law. Real law is admiralty maritime equity law. It's commerce, the laws of the
Hmm.
water.
Right.
Well, we were talking earlier, like how they're even massively harvesting it and trying to produce it.
Yes. Yeah. If I may, from my supplier, in the short time that I've been doing it, I've been through maybe four suppliers, and
Mm,
I'm only down to one supplier, one harvester, because I tried to deal directly with the source. I didn't want to go through third party um, agencies in order to get it because I wanted the quality product. So I kind of got the source, but one of the sources that I dealt with, we did a what's up call, and we talked, and he was in tears. Like he had a thriving business for 1 year, only for his business. He being from the island of Saint Lucia, the Chinese people came in and kind of undercut their entire industry, making it
yep.
almost impossible for them to make money because, and I bought sea moss from China because I source a lot of other products from China.
Hmm.
So because I've already had established,
Could you tell the quality? Could you tell the difference in it
um, I can
when you
show you.
made
Yeah,
it up?
yes.
When you made it
Oh
up, could you
yes,
tell the difference? Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes. It's a life shelf. I think by the eye test, you probably wouldn't know, but the life shelf. When I have high quality sea moss, this sea moss will last in my refrigerator unopened for about a month and a week. and I feel
Jo-
comfortable consuming it.
Joy, can I say something? When I
Sure.
did my test and I got it from China,
Hmm.
when I it started to mold, and
Yes.
after a certain amount of time, I started smelling like this strong sea scent from
Yeah.
it. After I mixed it, if I
Gotcha.
use my in glass, my
Hmm.
bladder racks, whatever I mix it, after a certain amount of time, I started to um it started to smell different. It was doing it
Yes.
quicker than normal. And I thought
Mm.
about that because I started out selling clothes, buying bootleg clothes, and I used to buy fake shoes from
Hmm.
China. So when I was buying fake shoes, me and my connect got real cool. It was a lady, and she
Hmm.
was pregnant, and she used to trade me baby food, baby rice, and baby milk for shoes because she said herself in her country in Putin City, China, they when they run out of stuff, they use anything. She said it.
Hmm.
She
Mm.
said it. I had that text saved for a long time. I should show it to people, but when I had another phone and kind of deleted it. But yeah, she told me that right off the bat. I want to throw that in there, Jordan.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
And
I
that's
like
why
that.
I, I'm sorry. I want to encourage everyone, whether you get it through me or get it anywhere, because of 2 points, for two reasons, is that we can't grow it. We're in Atlanta, we're inland, so we have no way of really harvesting sea moss. And like Brother Knowledge said, they're going to eventually make it almost virtually impossible for the community, meaning us, to get it or run a business, a profitable business with it. And you don't want to get the bad stuff. There's a lot of fake sea moss out there for sure.
Right.
So we have a small window of opportunity to get into herbs, sea moss, and stuff like bladderwrack, turmeric. Those are organic powders and herbs and essentials that we can market, that we actually need to incorporate in our diet. But it's only going to be available directly to us for about a year before that door of that opportunity closes on us, and now we're back to buying products that we need, medicines as food from them. We'll have to shop at
Yep.
Whole Foods and Trader Joe's and Publix.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
wow.
that's interesting. Because for a long time, like the products that have been like right accessible to us, we just overlooked them. We just said, well, don't need it, don't care. But and still a lot of people still do because a lot of us are still sold out to our traditional way of thinking that the doctor and the pill can take care of it. And if it's from the doctor, then it's okay. But we have a different philosophy here, so we just try to educate people on just being open to trying some other means of building their immune system and then just recovering faster and just optimum health in general. So Nurse V, what's going on with you over there at the clinic, at the vitamin
Be
shot
health
clinic,
store.
B Health store?
Mm. I've been a little busy bee over there. So it's picking up momentum. People are really becoming like health conscious and looking for alternatives. And I meet different people from different cultures, backgrounds, nationalities, and I meet some interesting folks. And what I'm finding is, I would say that 90% of my clientele that come in there, um, they definitely don't want to, be involved with what's going on. I'm talking about the shot or whatever. So they are desperately seeking other measures to keep their immune systems built. So it's
Mm,
not just us.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But and then too, now what can you do to help people that want to get a shot? I mean, how can they get the shot from you if they want to? If I'm in Atlanta, what are you doing to help us out?
Um, I could actually ship pre-filled syringes to you. and you just refrigerate them until you get ready to use them.
Okay. And I know I was on the phone with you the other day, and a client here came in. How often should somebody get like the B12 shots or the vitamin D, or which shots would you recommend that people get like all the time to help
So
their
my
immune system?
favorites are the vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, and there's one called glutathione. I love glutathione because it helps flush or rid your system of inflammation. Also, it's a great antioxidant, killing the free radicals off, and it helps with generalized pain as well.
Oh, okay.
So those would be my top four.
And then how often should we get a dose?
Well, everybody's body chemistry is different, right?
Different.
There
Mhm.
are other factors that come into play. Um, if you're taking some of these supplements orally, which your body really only it's really your body really only absorb a third of like if you go buy these things like at a health food store or a CVS or Walgreens, your body really only absorb maybe a third of what the bottle states you're gonna get, right? So with the injection, it's going right into your bloodstream.
Mhm.
So if you have a healthy diet, you don't eat a lot of sugars or a lot of red meat, caffeine, then I would say a shot maybe every 2 weeks or so,
Okay. And what does the shots run? How
starting
much?
at $25.
Wow. You know
Also,
what?
you can buy them in bundle packages to save you a couple dollars there as well.
That's great.
Hmm.
That's great because when you get into this cost of medicine and hospitalization, and that is far exceeds $25 that you're gonna
Exactly.
pay for
Exactly.
bad
And
health.
and I had the pleasure of meeting two people on two different occasions. They both had cancer, and
Mm.
they beat it. They beat it by going straight plant-based diet, eliminating the sugars. So it's like they starved the cancer out and using vitamin C therapy. I did not know. They were like really educating me. I didn't know vitamin C could kill cancer cells.
Wow.
High amounts of vitamin C.
And I guess if you're taking it in a injection, then it's
Yeah,
getting straight to the point.
yeah.
Yeah,
So you got a better chance of your body absorbing it.
exactly.
But you know what? That just proves, I mean, what's this? So many of the holistic practitioners that they've killed, that's what they pushed is, get the inflammation out of your body. Get the
And
inflammation out of your body. But
And
our
the
world,
mucus.
yeah, and the mucus but our society, it put the mucus in. We have fast food restaurants on every corner. We have preservatives and additives in all our foods.
Yep.
yeah,
So it's like we're fighting hard to be
exactly.
healthy.
Whereas sugar is even banned in some countries.
It is. When I read old books about ancient kingdoms, before they come in and take out another kingdom, they would send them sugar
Mm-hmm.
because they knew in a year it would make their fastest warrior slower.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
And sugar makes you crave salt. Salt makes you crave sugar.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
all of that, those cravings are a deficiency in your body. There's
Mm-hmm.
some type of deficiency in it. So how do you know, Nurse V, how do you know if what somebody needs? Do you do assessments with them, or how
Yeah.
how do they? Okay.
I do, and I talk to them, and I just listen at them, and they give me a list, a rundown of what's going on, and then I say, okay, so what are you eating? What is your diet like? You eat a lot of sugar, you eat a lot of carbs, your caffeine intake, what is that like?
Mm-hmm.
And what type of lifestyle do you have? Are you sedentary? Are you active? Do you have any other underlying health conditions?
Wow. So
Well,
you have
then,
to do a complete assessment of someone
yeah,
pretty
basically,
much.
yeah, and keep it like a just a general conversation, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just kind of working in there.
hmm
Yeah, yeah. So so knowledge, I know you be doing a lot of stuff too. What can you offer to people for some suggestions?
I do 1 cup of mixed berries, blueberry, raspberry, strawberry, blackberry. I was doing the bananas, but I stopped doing the bananas. The bananas for me, my body type, it doesn't help me lose weight at all. So I stopped doing the bananas in my smoothies. I do 2 spoons of sea moss gel, and with that I do a spoon of turmeric, a spoon of moringa, a spoon of spirulina. I was using like coconut milk or almond milk. I stopped using that because I was starting to see weight gain. And I so now I just use like either alkaline water or filtered water, and I mix it up, and that's what I do every day. Now as far as I sometimes take bitter cola in certain um in certain places they call it busy, Bissy. I think Africa call it bitter cola. I normally take that because bitter cola is known to repair the fibrous of the lungs, which really helps you with influenza and stuff like that though. But you can't take a lot of bitter cola because it will keep you up all night long. You will not get no sleep. Yeah, so you have to like
So it give you a
do
lot
that.
of energy.
Yeah, it's gonna keep you up. It will. When you if you take too much. I normally do like 1 cola nut like twice a week. That kind of like balance it out. And you cannot take it, especially when you drink coffee. I moved from the coffee to the bio coffee. It's a lot better for me. And the only other thing that I switch up sometime is I do my fasting. If I
Mm-hmm.
might not eat until like 12 or 1. It just depends on how my week is going and what I'm doing. So that's kind of what I do. And I do the mixed berries because the mixed berries, they're not a lot of carbs in them or calories or whatever. And it's good for you. The berries are good
Yeah,
for you.
antioxidants and
Yeah, the
everything.
antioxidants.
Mhm.
So everything I do is for, I would say, a man's optimum health. you
hmm
know,
Mhm.
and you get the sea moss with the 92. If I have bladder racks, I would do that. It just depends on if I have it or whatever. But definitely I do a smoothie every day. Every day. That's like my ultimate thing.
That's your
You know.
morning. That's how you
Yeah,
start off your morning.
yeah, that's how I start out every morning. Yeah, like a big old cup like that. I tried to do the eat once a day thing. Like I do a smoothie that day. Then at night, I might do like a big bowl of roasted vegetables with another protein shake. I didn't
hmm
like that because I'm up reading. If you're up reading, then you're gonna be doing stuff. So
Right.
yeah. But
The
that's
longer
what
you
I do.
stay up.
Right. That's what I do for my optimum health. I'm getting the vitamins. I'm getting the minerals. I'm repairing the body as well. The turmeric, inflammation.
Yeah.
I do a lot of research into what I do and how I roll. A lot of people be like, man, you still be going, and you never have to worry about no man problems with my recipes. I guarantee you that one.
Mhm.
You're gonna
That's
you're
what
gonna
So,
that's
you
what it
you're gonna
so
is.
get
let me.
you're gonna be happy. I had one older guy come to me from California. He had some problems, and I put him on the strong back, granny back. I put him on the spirulina, the
Hmm.
bitter cola, and the horny goat weed. He came back and hugged me. I say, man, you can't be doing this in public. It's Georgia, man. What's wrong with you, man?
But you know what? I remember watching a video that Dr. Sabi had did, and he was talking about a lot of the stuff that was geared just towards, like the men
Yeah,
health and stuff,
Yeah.
so yeah. And the funny thing about it is that's another thing that people don't talk about.
Mhm.
They don't talk about the, what is it called? Recreational. dysfunction.
Yeah, a lot
It's
of
called
men have it.
ED,
Yeah.
erectile dysfunction. But and
Erectile
let me
dysfunction.
add to that. Let me add to that if I may. Um, when I was having issues with the third blood pressure medication that was kind of
Mhm.
causing a ED with me, they kind of countered that with Viagra and Cialis.
Nah.
And when I found that out the hard way, it works to a certain degree, but it's totally unnatural feeling for men. It's a
Mm-hmm.
horrible feeling. It's not the same. I don't know if anybody have ever taken it. Knowledge if you've taken it, it's a horrible feeling. But when you're on that horny goat weed, that strong back, in conjunction with sea moss and bladderwick,
Mm-hmm.
you're about as natural as you were when you were 20.
Yep.
Mm.
Wow.
It's it's before it's performance, size, stiffness, and all that stuff. It just corrects the problem in a matter of 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Wow. So I've been getting a lot of like middle-aged men coming in doing B12 for enhancement. I didn't know like it helped with that B12.
I mean, I can't speak on that. I don't have no research on that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Um,
Mhm.
when I did B12, I used to do B12 and B12 complex. It kind of messed with me. I don't know if I had a bad brand or whatever, but I just stopped taking it. It had me like feeling weird or whatever. I know my body because I do a lot of meditation too. So if something is, and I know what
Mhm.
I ate last, and people are, it don't happen that fast. It does happen that fast if you're a spiritual person and you pay
Mhm.
close attention to your body, you can see things happen. You
Oh
can
yeah,
feel things happening. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think a
Definitely.
lot of men sleep on those bitters. Knowledge. Did
So,
you know about the bitters? Bitters,
Mm-hmm.
bitters.
bitters,
What's bitters?
sour and
Soursop.
bitters, sour
Oh yeah,
sop
yeah,
and
yes, yes,
bitters,
yes, yes,
bitters.
yes.
And recently, I've been experimenting, and Nurse V may know more about this than I. Uh, nitrous oxide.
Yes, the beat. The beat is the number one thing for that. The beat.
And yeah, nitrous
What is it
oxide.
called?
Rich in nitrous oxide. You get them beats.
Yes.
Yeah, it improves your circulation, and it
Yeah.
causes your
Yes.
heart to inflammation in your
Right.
heart. Not so that
Mhm.
it opens up your blood vessels,
Mhm.
causing to dilate.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it it they don't have your heart doesn't have to work so hard to pump blood
Right.
through the
Mhm.
veins and
Mhm.
arteries. But I've
Mhm.
been taking that and experimenting with that for about 3 days now, and I
Okay.
find it effective.
It
Yeah.
So
is.
are
I
And
have
beats are
customers
dirty.
come in.
They taste nasty too.
They do. Do they supposed to be gritty like when you juice them down?
It
what
tastes.
beet?
No, you know what? What helps me with my beats when I do the beats? I put 2 ginger roots in there, and I don't taste it.
Do you
Cause
do you
I
cook
juice.
it? Do you
Huh?
cook them or you juice them? Do you cook them
The beets,
or you
no, the
juice?
beets. I just chop them up. I chop the top layer off, and just chop them up and put them in my ninja, and
Okay.
I put
But
everything in the ninja and spin it.
yeah. But what I found with the juicing, it is like really gritty. Like
Yeah,
Because you don't clean them probably first.
yeah. When you
no.
juice them,
You gotta
you gotta take that top layer off.
you gotta clean them. If you clean them, you don't get that grit.
Yeah, you gotta take that. A
And
beet, you have to
sometimes
take the
is
top
that
layer
beet.
off.
And
Yeah, this
sometimes
is
you
the
could take a like a because I have a brush just for my fruit and my vegetables, and I scrub it really really good because by it growing so concentrated in that dirt like that, you do have to clean them
Yeah.
really good.
yeah.
Okay.
But
I,
if you clean them really good, then you gonna have that grit in your smoothie,
right.
Right.
Okay.
in your
Yeah,
juice.
I was experiencing the same problems. I found this at the farmers market on East Ponce. This is the beet powder.
What?
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's super concentrated, so you can use
What?
like a
Okay.
half of a baby's teaspoon.
Oh,
This
we
is
gotta get some of
I don't
that.
a lot, but it's beet powder. It's just
I see.
easier to use.
Is it red?
It's the
Yeah.
same
Okay.
color of beets. I don't know if
Okay,
you
okay.
guys can see this, but it's the
I
same
can
color of
see it.
beets.
I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Wh-
tell from the camera, but I
Yeah. When
thought.
you get the regular beet, be careful with it because it will stain your clothes.
Oh yeah,
Oh yes.
and I love beets. I love to cook
I
beets
do
and
too.
all beets. Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me again, what's the beets? What are the benefits of the beets again?
It's really it's nitrous oxide, and as a man, he need the blood to flow in the vessels to fill down there when it's time for him to handle that business. So with the blood flowing through the body, and you have to have a have to have low caffeine to get the full effect. To get the full effect, along with the
Mhm.
sea moss, it really helps. So you got your blood flowing, you good, and it's better than it was another herb I searched up, Yahambe. It's better than Yahambe because Yahambe speeds up the heart, and Yahambe opens up every blood vessel in the body. Versus the beets let the blood flow through the body naturally. It's more natural than
Wow.
Yahambe. And also when you do the beets with the turmeric, it really does its job. So you getting rid of the anti-inflammatory. That's gonna give you movement. You got the blood flowing. That's gonna help the circulation. Then you got your sea moss, like what Jordan was saying, a sea moss. That's gonna do it, And then after that, you really stick to a strict diet like that, and probably do you like some salads, no meat for a while, maybe baked fish. I guarantee you will be Superman. Also with the beets is good for people that work out because
Sorry, guys, I
they
dropped my
can use
phone.
it as a pre-workout. They can use the beets as a pre-workout. So yeah, it's very good, very good.
Awesome.
So if
Awesome.
I were to like juice down some beets again for inflammation, right? To get the inflammation out. With the turmeric, I'm going to use like powdered
Can
turmeric,
you guys
put
hear
it
me
in
now?
there.
Or
I can
regular
hear you. We
turmeric.
can hear you.
Okay.
You know you could buy turmeric.
Yeah, just regular
Right.
turmeric. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can get the
Okay.
root, or you
The
can just get the
the
one off the
powder.
shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Cause turmeric is so expensive, but
it
it's
is.
real little, but I buy it in the stores. And it's something. It's funny how that turmeric stains too.
It
Mm-hmm.
does.
It stains bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
Mm-hmm.
I,
It stained my
and I don't
teacup
even.
is
I
yellow.
just. I do the same thing with that. Like ginger, I treat it like ginger. I just wash it, scrub it, and just use it. Cause I used to peel it. Then I'm like, I'm not messing around with all this peeling stuff because it's so thin. But yeah. Jordan, what happened to you? You left
Can you
us.
guys? Oh God, you know I'm not good with technology. I'm about as bad as Grady.
Do you ship items, Mr. Jordan?
No, but I lost feed. I'm back. But I
What
was
you?
listening to you guys, and what I found that neutralizes that. I'm sorry.
She had asked a question. What was your question?
I was asking, did he ship items?
Yeah, that's this question.
Okay.
Jordan.
I can hear you, Miss
Yes.
Wanda, but I can't hear her.
She
I can
said,
hear you.
okay, okay. She said, did you ship? Do you ship products?
Yes, I can. I do. I ship. If you order it online, I think I put the website. I have two websites, but the most recent website is in the comment section um, of this particular video, and the phone number. Yes, I do ship, and I also deliver. If you are a wholesaler, meaning that you buy one of the packages that we have available for wholesales, I will deliver it to you, or you could just come by and pick it up.
Well,
And
I'm
then
all the way in Michigan.
I'm sorry, I don't know if it's my feed or your. I have a delay.
she's in Michigan. You might want to
Okay.
come out of your sound and come back in, or come out and come back. But she's in Michigan, so she would definitely need you to ship. And Jordan, I needed you to put your
Yes.
information in the private comments chats so I could bring it over because I
Okay,
still
I
don't
understand.
have that. Yeah, and then I can bring
I
it
need
over.
I need a
I
pound of that
understand.
red moss, man.
Okay. But yes,
Yeah,
I
I
do
want
ship. I do next day
flowers.
shipping. If you order it today, I'll have it in the mail by tomorrow by noon.
All
So it's
right.
pretty fast.
Cool beans.
Yeah. So let's shift gears for a minute. Let's talk about this these side hustles. And I know it's a lot of side hustles on the table here.
Man.
So just helping people because I heard somebody really it's really shocking to me that still in 2021 that people don't have side hustles, or
None.
they don't think in terms of, if this job stopped, what would I do? like tomorrow, like today, like if this, I couldn't make that money right there, where would I make my money from? So let's just identify with what a side hustle, like we all know what a side hustle is. It's not your main income. Sometimes those side hustles can replace your main income depending on how hard you work at it. But just overall side hustles, I know when I think my whole life is a side hustle. I can't even remember.
Wow.
I'm like this is a topic. I picked it, but I'm like, okay, where can I go with this topic? But I don't know. I don't ever remember not doing multiple things, and didn't really label it as a hustle or a side hustle. It was just like, what are you doing? And this will be what I'm doing. And now that's a popular term, side hustle, get on your grind, these things are just real popular. So Jordan, let me just start with you. I know you do the your CMOS business here, and we're currently looking for wholesalers mainly, because you really said that the retailing takes up so much time. But then, what are some of the other side hustles that you enjoyed, and then how did it, in terms of, let's talk action dollars and cents, what was that like? I mean, did that side hustle really come in and take care of some necessities or extras, or what were you looking to gain, and how did you plan on the side hustle?
Well, for me, it was once said to me by a gentleman that I kind of love and respect, that if you do what you're passionate about, it doesn't seem like work.
Mm-hmm.
If you just do what you love to do, it's
Absolutely.
not a job at that point. So,
Mhm.
and that's kind of, I followed that advice, kind of resonated in my mind for a long time. So, after working jobs and in corporate America and being in the military and so forth, I've kind of reached a point in my life about 10 years ago where I was prepared to walk away from, I guess, a 9 to 5 or a regular job and get and become entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I did it eventually. Um, I went through some trial and error, but today my main job, I run a basement remodeling business, remodel basements. That's my main source of income. But I also sell virgin hair, high quality virgin hair bundles. I sell CMOS and I
Got
sell
them bundles,
Hollis.
y'all. What you say? What was that
Yeah, I got
last
them
one?
bundles. I got the bundles, the CMOS,
Got
and
the
the
bundles
cars.
and the cars.
So and the cars. You want a car? I'll get it for you. So
Awesome. I need a
um,
car.
and it's just those are three things that I kind of those are things that I like to do. So and I kind of like want to share um, not necessarily my ideas, but I found that particularly in the hair business and CMOS business, it's an easy way for anyone to just learn business skills, basic
Mm,
business skills with minimal investment, almost
mm-hmm.
no investment. Um, and I'm willing to coach, and we offer coaching, and I'm excited to teach people how to make this money. I didn't plan to make a lot of money or make as much money as I did in hair or as I did in CMOS. Like I told you earlier, my first day on the street corner on Wesley Chapel, I made $1,000 in 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't going out there to make any amount of money. I was just like, let me try it. And I think my
Mm-hmm.
passion and my enthusiasm, I think people just caught on to it. People were just
Right.
pulling up back to back. I had 8, 10 cars, pulling up. It's like, hey, what's this about? What's all this excitement? What's all this energy? What's going on over there?
Mm-hmm.
So that same thing with the
And
hair,
it's a
the same thing with the hair game.
consumable
Girls,
product, so that's good. You got like two consumable products, even though you
yeah,
don't
it's,
consume
it,
hair, but they take it off and they need new hair. Yeah,
they need new hair. But
you know.
the
She
point
throwing
that
shade.
I've learned, or what
No,
I've learned
I'm
from this,
not.
is that the principles to starting a business works in every particular area. I incorporate the same floor plan or the same ideas and work ethics in every particular endeavor, and they all kind of work, along that pattern, that blueprint, so to speak.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say that to the side because I want to talk about those work ethics that you need in order to do a business. Nana had a interesting comment that he said that if it was easy, everybody will do it, and which is so true. Sometimes it's easier for people just to be focused because it does take a lot of discipline to
Hmm.
for a side hustle or for a business or anything like that. Knowledge.
Yes.
Talk to me. Well, what are some of the things that you've done or
Well,
are
I
doing?
do aesthetics, my clothing line.
Mm-hmm.
That along with my custom t-shirts and apparel brand um is my main source of income. I also do, of course, everybody call me knowledge. I got that way from learning about commerce. And me learning commerce, this is my big old briefcase. Nice to go to
Where
court and let people
where you go to court? Are you still going to court a lot? Because I know at one time you was going a
out.
lot.
No,
You
you
stopped
no.
going? You're not going no
You can
more?
see the jail. Yeah, and with the commerce, I learned
Uh-oh. Okay.
I
Go
learned
ahead.
how to do trust. I learned how to do affidavits. I just did an affidavit for somebody. I charged him $250 to do an affidavit, which is really simple though. But he wanted me to construct the affidavit for him. And then I read a lot of books, and that's my side. Oh yeah, Amazon. I got Amazon. I do. Um, what else I do? Amazon. I'm learning how to flip
Are
trailers
you an
now.
affiliate? Are you an affiliate with Amazon?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. My
Okay.
store, I have a lot of stuff on Amazon. I think I did like about 12,000 last year, something like that. 12, thirteen
Oh
thousand.
wow.
No extra money. That's all it is. And that's how I stay busy. But I do a lot of books. I got books all around. I got books everywhere. I do a
Mm-hmm.
lot of books. I mean, I got so many books, it's crazy. This ain't nothing. I read them too. People like, you just collect books. I'm like, no, I read the books. So yeah.
Read the books.
So
You
yeah.
said you started flipping trailers.
Yeah. That's what I'm learning how to do now.
Got you. I got a resource to some trailers. She actually manages a trailer park, so she has like the trailers when they first get going up for sale, and there's about
Hmm.
like a 60% profit margin
Yes, it
in
is. I love
Wow.
it.
trailers. I know,
Yes.
right? That's
Yes. That's
wonderful.
that Midwest smile right there.
And Hollis, do you know anything about those container homes? Do you know
Yes,
anything about those container homes?
Yeah, one
yes.
of my partners, brother Paul Muhammad, he actually built a small one in the back of his yard in Douglasville, and he also ordered the dome home kit and put that together as well. So him and his son, they does that, and um he's been doing okay with that. The dome homes, it's not really big here like it should be, but the container homes are big. They're selling a lot of
Yeah.
containers. They shipping them from Savannah, I guess
Hmm.
from the port. I guess those containers come from the port. They also have a place here um in closer that's closer than besides going to Savannah that warehouses the containers or whatever, because you can get some small ones and some medium size ones, some long ones and stuff like that. I noticed at container homes when I think it was Nike, they did a container home store as a pop-up.
Hmm.
And that's
Hmm.
money. They took container homes and reconstruct. They had it built in the earth. It was really, really nice. But you can Google container homes and really see people doing a lot with them. I
Oh
think
yeah.
the cheapest one costs like 5,000. That's a complete home. 5,000. And you in there. That's with
Yep.
your
Now you
solar
gotta buy
panel.
your lamp lights. Your
Yep, that's with your solar panel and all of that stuff. And the highest I saw them was like four or five of them together. I think that was like 110,000. So
Yeah. And the cool part about those container homes is if you had a property, you can expand. You
you
can,
can.
add on to them.
Yeah.
I got some friends that one guy he like designs and puts them together for you if you
Hmm.
that's what you want him to do. Um, and you said and also did you see the container home? I think it's a Hilton Hotel or Hyatt. One of them hotels have a container
Mm.
hotel.
I didn't see
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah, I will look it
Yeah,
up. I didn't see that. Wow.
yeah, they do. They
Yeah.
do. So, and you know, you said something very interesting, knowledge, as you were sharing, and this is one thing people have to. I want everybody to take away this thing right here. These are just our gifts that that you've learned how to monetize. You know,
That's
like the fact
correct.
that you love commerce. So, you know, it's
Hmm.
like that's your passion. Your passion is commerce. So it's like, hey, knowledge, can you do me an affidavit? Like, no problem, because this is what you do. You know, this is how you live. You eat, sleep, and breathe commerce. Or anything connected to that, you would probably be able to turn that into some type of side hustle. You know, like
Yes.
whether it's notarizing documents, helping somebody read a document or whatever. So it just comes down to you are a consultant, or you know, the somebody where somebody can come to and get resources. You I know you taught people how to start their own
Business.
t-shirt line, right?
Hmm.
And how to work the heat press and all that other kind of great stuff. And so I just want everybody to hear this, that what we're encouraging you to do is look at what you're passionate about, what you enjoy doing as your extra stream of income, and just figure that out to do it. Or possibly, you know, reach out to somebody on here that is doing something that you might be interested in doing, whether it's starting your own apparel line, CMOS business, home improvement services, you know, opening up a store, whatever it takes to get it done. Um, I think about Nurse V's daughter when she was doing her what is
Cake
it,
pop.
cake pops, and she was jamming, you know, and then like
Could
kids
have been a
do,
millionaire by now.
like they do. They say forget it, but it was a family squabbling. One daughter said, "I want 50%," and the other was like she was, because she got salespeople. This I have to tell the story. So my two little cousins, the older one, she was making the cake pops. The younger one is the salesperson. She's the personality that
The
goes in the store,
mouthpiece.
the mouthpiece. So, but she's not really good at the cake pops because she don't have the patience to
Right.
be neat with the cake pops. So she was ripping up the cake pops. So so the other was like, okay, well, baby, you can't make the cake pops. And she said, well, okay, well, I still want my money because she's the one out at the stores hustling to sell the cake pops. You know, like,
Right.
listen, y'all need to come try these cake pops.
Right.
So I just think about them because this is how we all kind of can understand what we're good at. Like, I may not be the baker, but I can talk about
Yeah.
I could tell.
so yeah, because you need and I want us to hear. I want everybody to hear this real clear. Is because with any side hustle business or whatever, you need to know how to sell. You need
Hmm.
sales. You must have sales, or you're not in business. So you have to have maybe a blueprint of how much you're expecting, and then a game plan of how you're going to execute it. Because no matter how good a product is, if it's not moving off the shelf, then it's not doing us any good. So, you
Exactly.
know, that's but that's interesting because my little cousins, they had that on lockdown. How they how they was doing their thing. So in closing, guys, I want y'all to like share anything extra that you think our people need to know about getting involved. I mean, I think we've covered really good tonight with ways how to build that immune system up. And I just want to stress that I don't want to fight no more. We don't want to be divided by our health
See,
choices.
Our
and
decisions, yeah.
our health decisions, our health
Mhm.
choices, because that's what I'm seeing a lot is anything that will divide us as a people, they come for us like that.
The main
So
two.
it's almost like, oh, you have the shot, so you're either extra or not extra. I don't, so I'm either extra or not. But it's a reason why, and it's like, listen, your shot is your business. I don't even know why they don't even have the rights to ask you if you have the shot. But somehow in this world that we just it's crazy out here right now, Rich.
Yeah.
It is. They and no people get on me. They be like, Knowledge, what if you get sick? I'm never getting sick. They be like,
Right.
what if you get hurt? I'm not gonna get hurt. They tell me,
Right.
well, what if something happens? You go to the hospital. I will go to my natural hospital. So they
Exactly.
just they be so upset with me. And one girl was like, "You met that one." This I can't say what she said on here, but she was like, "You effing up the world, really? Are you
Uh,
serious?
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah. And we don't want to fight.
No, I'm done. You know what? I come to the conclusion of that. I'm
I
not
think
gonna.
we all have. I think
Yeah,
we
I'm
all
cool.
have.
I'm
Yeah.
cool. And some people get mad because I'm outspoken, and then I don't know. On the phone, they take my meekness for weakness. They see me in person, be like, "Oh, I was just saying, I'm not no crazy looking guy, whatever, But then, oh, maybe it's my energy or something like that. But yeah, people be want to fight me. They be
I know.
hot
Wow.
I know.
about a shot
I
that you
know.
don't even know what's in it. I asked them, "What's
Exactly.
in it?
Yeah,
What's
and
in
they
it?"
can't tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's scary, but like so that's why we do what we do on Mondays. We just keep going over the same kind of like the same thing. We just talk about it on a different angle or whatever, but it's basically the same thing. We have to ask questions. We gotta be more proactive in our health. And it would be a beautiful thing if this was a different world that we lived in and they could spend all of that money towards preventive and education because like Jordan and I talk about all the time, like if we shouldn't have to be trying to educate people on these on these herbs and spices and all this other kind of stuff, minerals, but because they don't teach us this in school, this should be a curriculum.
Yeah,
Hmm.
It should be a curriculum because y'all done gave me
And
five and wrote down five things that I need to go out and purchase tomorrow just to keep on the in the cabinet for if
yeah,
anybody come over, they need something. Hey, you can take that for that and this
Hmm.
for that. And these
Hmm.
things should be a curriculum in our school. So because it
Exactly.
isn't, then it's our responsibility to educate.
it
Yeah.
is.
they say there's no profit in the cure, huh? There's no
There's
profit in the
no
cure.
profit in
There's
the
no
That
cure.
part.
profit.
That's
But
true.
it is because we're essential. And I'll much rather live a quality life than a long life in pain and misery and being pushed around and guided around like a
Taking a
like
million medications. Yeah.
yeah, like I much rather do what I need to do. So we've identified if we know that inflammation. Another thing we didn't talk about today, but like the sour gut, like they said, most of the problem is in the stomach. So like how we
Everything.
get the gut, we got to get the gut healthy. We got to get
Exactly.
we got to get this mucus out of our bodies. We have to stop consuming so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tell
You
anybody get that book,
Yeah.
Arnold Eworth. I think it's Arnold
One
Eworth,
of
The
the things I
Mucus
learned on the
Diet.
street is it's so hard. If I'm out there in the street selling sea moss or any of the herbs or whatever I sell, it's an education. I spend more time conducting a class, a street class, than I do selling.
Yeah. I can see that.
I like
Hmm.
that. I like that.
You know, um,
know.
it's just it's frustrating at times because I'm focused on making the money mentally, but I cannot allow someone to walk away and not feel as if
Hmm.
I did my best to answer
Exactly.
the
Right, to
questions,
educate.
as best, yeah,
Yeah.
as best I could. I don't know what,
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
a nurse, not a doctor,
And your personal
but
testimony is everything. I mean,
Yeah.
and embrace it.
yeah, it's
Really, really.
overcoming. We have to shake off, find a way. I did it because I was in a crisis where I had to kind of be willing to open up my mind or shake off the old stigmas or, kind of let go of some of that programming, you know, um,
Hmm.
to try open, stuff new. I know in certain religious communities, when you talk about hoodoo or voodoo or herbs or whatever the case may be, like, oh no, that's the devil, that's evil, that's this, that, and the other.
That is
So
crazy.
people automatically tune it out,
Shut down. Yeah.
and this is
Them
not,
certain-
food is medicine. It's not religious.
Exactly.
But it is spiritual
It is.
because everything you touch
Yes.
is spiritual.
It's
And
Mm-hmm.
herbs in the Bible.
and that's the sad part
Mm-hmm.
about the life that we're living is because we want to be so divided and disconnected to
Mm-hmm.
our natural way of being.
Mm-hmm.
These things right here, like these, we when I was a kid and we went to the family reunions every year, it was like a big celebration. And you went down south and there was a different air in the climate, like the food tastes different.
Mm-hmm.
Just everything was just like, it was like wow. But then I learned later on that it was because they grew their own vegetables. We was eating homegrown
Mm-hmm.
vegetables
Yeah.
without the pesticides.
Yeah.
Just so many things that even the animals, like
Yeah.
they didn't take them through all them stressors. They just
Exactly.
killed something and ate it. They
Yeah.
didn't pump it up and give it 16 wings.
Yeah. Fresh fish out the pond.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is interesting that
Cousin, did
we're.
you ever get to drink some of that water from the live spring down there?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
I got a guy at Vegan Dreams, the vegan donut spot in the West End. He be getting that mountain water. It tastes really good. I
Yeah.
ain't
Do
gonna
you
lie.
buy it
He got,
from him?
huh?
Do you buy it from him?
Yeah. When I go down there, sometime I buy some from him.
You make me want to go there now and get some pastries.
Some vegan pastry.
Yes. So anyway, we are. I tell you, this is so funny. This is so funny to me. But I just hope. Nana said that he's coming to Atlanta. He said he got to come to
Come on
Atlanta
down.
soon. So and so anybody that wants to possibly learn about anything, me and Jordan, we're gonna have some workshops that we're putting together
That's what's
that
up.
we're going to be teaching, educating on how, what the all of the benefits, because we didn't mention, but sea moss, you can also use it externally, like for facials and foot soaks and body
Uh,
scrubs and all that other kind of stuff. Guys can shave with it and do all kind of wonderful things with it. So it's just one of those staple products, and
Hair growth,
hair
really?
growth, nail
hair
growth.
growth.
Yeah. So
How
that's a
do
good.
how do you use it to promote hair growth?
Use it like a conditioner.
You can use it as a conditioner or shampoo. They have sea moss shampoo. They have sea moss conditioner.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you're taking it anyway, so anything in your body is just going to produce stuff outside of your body. So you eating
Right.
it, everything is going to just, get better, improve.
Okay.
So Nurse V, tell people how to get in touch with you for the shots and your last words of encouragement.
Um, you can catch me at the B12 store, located inside 12 Oaks Mall in Novi, Michigan. And also shoot me a DM at Nurse VV44 on Instagram.
Awesome. Awesome. Knowledge, you want to go next?
Yeah, y'all can call me at 404-913-7165. 404-913-7165. You want to get me on Instagram, custom t-shirts, you can go to at Elite Wardrobe Shop. Anybody interested into the brand aesthetics, you can go to at Aesthetics Apparel, TACTIKS Apparel. Any private consultation or negotiations, just give me a call, 404-913-7165.
Knowledge, why you give me this other number?
That's my personal number. Let me put that
Oh,
up. I'm
so I
sorry.
wasn't supposed to put. Well, you gave me this number,
Okay, that's cool. It's all right.
so they got all the numbers.
Yeah. But
Okay.
that's another thing I want to tell people I do too. After reading so many books and learning commerce, I have a. I'm gonna put this out there, but a lot of people don't know. I have 4 car lot dealerships that call me to keep the customers calm. They call me like 3, 4 times a week. I charge them like anywhere from $50 to $75. They shoot it right to my cash app. I get on. They tell me what's going on. I get on the phone and say, "Look, man, we're working hard to get everything done diligently." I just talk normal. And I tell them I am personally going to make sure we call you back, if not my assistant, and we will get this taken care of for you right away. I'm the person they call. They put me on a 3-way. They curse out all that type of stuff. Like, are you guys idiots? I said, you know what? Sometimes we do hire idiot staff, but we never know. Maybe we need to start giving these people some psych evaluations. But I see the error. She didn't see the error, but we're going to clean it up. So, it's all good.
Wow. Okay then. Okay. So Jordan, you want to give them your contact information? You didn't. You never put in private chat for me, so you'll just be speaking it out.
I sent it to you directly message. Okay. Well, anyone
Mhm.
who want to order any sea moss or get involved in a sea moss business, you can give me a call at 404-882-2412. Call or text. I'll return your call. Or you can go to the website at Irish Sea Moss Wholesalers Direct. 4 words: Irish Sea Moss Wholesalers Direct.com.
Okie dokie. I got it. So I just want to thank y'all tonight for joining us tonight. We are um preparing on the I Am Enough talk show. We are preparing for a book fair. And that book fair, I'm getting this information. That book fair is June 7th through the 13th, and for calling all authors. So if you're an author and you want to be a part of it, it's going to be very, very just a great experience. You select a slot and you can talk about your book, showcase it, do with whatever kind of way you want to do it. You have 15 minutes to get it done. And then you could take questions from any of our participants that come in and watch it, and it's going to be just moving rapid fire. And we're just doing a lot of stuff in promotion, pre-promotion, and post and pre-promotion. So pre and post, we'll be doing it. A lot of opportunity for people to get exposure for their books, because your book is your business, and you have to realize that. And like that, okay, your book is your business, so you have to
Yeah.
really, really pay attention to how you're moving your books and your products. One thing about since we're on the subject of side hustles, um, the book business is definitely a side hustle,
Mhm.
but it's a platform to offer so
Mhm.
much more. Your books can get you other deals, speaking engagements, in other areas. You can create different funnels of profit. So that's what I kind of do. I help some of the authors in that area of understanding that your book is just, it's just an extension. I call it an oversized business card, to do certain
Mhm.
Mm.
things with. So that's what we'll be doing on the 7th. The 7th through the 13th, we'll be right online doing that. I was at one point, and I have to talk to you later, Knowledge. I was at one point going to do the last day virtual live, but I decided not to do that for a couple of reasons. Um, Mainly because it was just too much for me to manage, being 7 days of talking. I gotta be sea moss up, vitamin shots, and everything else, because it's a lot of energy when you yeah, I mean, seriously, it's a lot of energy when you're um interviewing like that, and trying to help people and trying to understand it. So I'm reading. I have to at least read everybody's summary of their books and stuff like that. And it's a lot of people, and I'm not even done yet because I have big goals. So I couldn't do that and then successfully do a live event. Um, I just don't have enough manpower. So anyway, if anybody is interested, please just send an email to iamanoughtalkshow@gmail.com. And lastly, we will be inside of the I Am Enough Talk Show on Sunday. So it's Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. You can come join us for a lot of networking, fellowship, and fun. And we'll be taping live, power networking, also with a beautiful 5 course meal, drinks and beverages all included. And that is only for $40. So if you are a business owner or you are a community service leader, or just anybody that want to be around some positive people and doing some networking, then come on out and join us. You can also, if you need more information or details, you can send an email to iamanoughtalkshow@gmail.com, or you can just go over to IamEnough365.com and get all of the details right there. So guys, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Anybody still out there watching, thank you so
Pleasure
much.
being here.
We really, really appreciate it. We really respect you, and we want you to live the best life possible. We always want you to keep an open mind and use your head for more than a hat. Did I say that? I
Yeah.
don't know. It just
Hat
kind of
right.
came out. It just kind of came out. So anyway, be blessed. We love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Peace and bye for now.